Folks, a lot of people have been worrying recently about whether or not Solana NFTs are crashing and trying to figure out what we can do as the price of Solana actually changes. Now, in today's video, folks, I'm going to talk to you guys about everything you could want to know regarding this latest news and go over kind of what I think I see happening in the near future for Solana and Solana NFTs. So if you guys are new, you know what to do. Drop a like, subscribe, and let's get right into it, folks. So the main thing I think people are seeing and talking about, obviously, right now is the fact that Solana has had actually a pretty decent pump over the past week. And again, you guys can see at some point we had basically from like 22.5 all the way up to around 26.5. Now, the problem is when this happens, and especially once we see a surge like this happen in only like a week or 5 or 6 days, we see NFT prices adjust not very accordingly. Now, what does this mean? Well, a lot of times the price of a Solana NFT will drop so low where the USD equivalent does not match what it is in Solana. So, for example, and I think a lot of people will agree with me on this example, say we look at Solstead's Real Estate. This is an example of this happening, and this is a project I happen to like. Let's take a look at this. So right now the floor is right around 15.7, but if we take a look at the analytics, we could see exactly what happened to them here. So right as we saw that little push, which obviously was very helpful for Solana, we watch kind of over time. Say we start around, let's start around 24th. We could see here sitting around 1920 Solana, and then as we trickle down here, we head down to right around 1213. Now that is a loss of around 7 Solana, or in USD value around 200, 180 bucks. Now, the problem is that does not equate to the increase in price we saw for Solana. Now, what does this mean? Okay, Matt, I don't care about Solsteads. What does this mean? Well, here's what it means. It means that this is, in my opinion, a great chance, and especially when you see Solana Pump, it is a good chance to actually buy quality projects like that because you're able to get them on sale from a USD perspective. You're able to get them for cheaper US dollars than you would in the past. So in this video, folks, I want to show you a couple of projects as examples that I personally see being good options for us to pick up when this happens, when Solana pumps, and we were able to get these projects at a cheaper USD price, despite Solana being worth more. But before we do that, guys, make sure to check out my Patreon, folks, down below in the description if this is something you guys would like to check out. You guys could access me directly, ask me questions, whatever you want to do. NFT buy and sell alerts. Every time I buy or sell an NFT, you guys will know. Tons of awesome stuff over here. Definitely check it out. Link down below in the description, folks. So let's get into our first project of the day. And that first project, of course, is going to be Taiyo Pilots. Now, I've talked about these guys in the past, but they have been one of the sort of major recipients of this problem. And right now, the floor is around 19. I originally snagged these guys at like 30, so I'm down a little bit on Taiyo Pilots. But what I believe right now, at least, is that, again, as the price of Solana appreciates, as we push that $25 mark, Taiyo Pilots are not going to stay in the same price bracket because they are suffering from Solana pumping. So whenever Solana does well, Taiyo Pilots, for an irrational reason, are dropping. And again, that's kind of what we have to figure out. Is this rational? Are people making rational decisions, or are they just seeing the price of Solana go up and saying, all right, I'm going to dump my NFTs, it's time to grab that Solana liquid? And I think that's really what most people do. So again, even if you look at all of the major projects, DeGods being probably one of the biggest examples of this, these guys routinely suffer when Solana pumps and performs well. But again, I think most people probably can't get into DeGods right now being so expensive, but they do suffer routinely when Solana does well, and the floor will drop by, upwards of 100 Solana, or around $2,500 per piece, which is just absolutely bonkers. Now, the next project I wanted to show you guys is one that has been kind of hanging around for, I don't know, the past month or so, and is still actually waiting to be revealed. So this project is Bonks, and they actually just launched a little bit ago, their reveal now being live. But again, floor is around 13, and you'll notice if you are to take a look at their analytics, whenever they are pushing, like the 12, 11 mark, it always does coincide with Solana going up in value. So bonks, again, are another great example of that happening and might be a good project to snag if you're looking to get in a little cheaper and waiting for Solana to adjust back to where it was. Now, the final project I wanted to show you guys is something called OK Bears. Obviously, everybody has heard of OK Bears, but same thing, same kind of deal. If we were to take a look at their analytics here, if you were to really track this, I would say that most of the time, especially over the past, couple of weeks, whenever they do not perform all that well, whenever they head down or have a little dip, say from, 50 down to maybe, 48 or 47, whenever they have a little bit of a dip like that, that tends to coincide with Solana going up. So as Solana has a pump, OK Bears heads down in value. And again, the listings aren't changing all that much. There aren't that many differences. I don't think people are losing interest in the project or anything. I just think that more people probably are selling as Solana is going up. And I don't even have an OK Bear. I wish I did, but they're definitely something right now I'm looking at around 45 Solana, as, I do believe once things adjust, they'll be back to 55, 60 Solana at some point. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, guys, Solsteads, I do think it's another great project and is a good example of this being an option that, does suffer irrationally, illogically, when the price of Solana goes up and the USD value actually goes down. So that being said, folks, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully this was something different, and hopefully you guys did find this useful. Again, what we're looking for really is rash decisions, things that don't make sense. We are looking for people who are simply trying to get rid of their projects for no reason, and obviously we want to walk in and we want to buy them. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, check out the Patreon down below. My name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.